Welcome to Kathy's Eclectic Garden. I'm Kathy and I garden in Zone 6A in Northwest Ohio. Today we're going to talk about monarch butterflies. But where's the monarchs? Before we get into where the monarchs are, I want to share with you the flowers that you should be able to see in this video. And right here we've got globe thistles, and up in the front we have liatris, which is a native, and we have tall garden phlox, which is a native. And what you can't see is down in the middle here, there's a speedwell that's native, and then there's a little millennium allium back here. So where have the monarchs gone? Well, we really don't know. Excuse me for scratching my nose, but I think a bug just flew up it. I did a little survey because we haven't seen any monarchs at all, and it's the end of July, and we normally see monarchs before the end of July. So I did a little non-scientific survey on Facebook and asked my Facebook friends in the area to let me know if they had seen any monarch butterflies. Guess what? Nobody hardly is seeing any. I had a couple of people, one in a rural area that raises and releases monarch butterflies, and she said this has been the worst year that she's had for collecting monarch eggs and releasing monarchs. She said she's only released one so far, but she had some in chrysalis stage and some eggs that were getting ready to hatch, and some caterpillars. So she will have some. I also have a friend that lives about 40 miles to the west of me, and they have a wetlands and a pond and lots of flowers in their yard, and they've only seen one or two. And the rest on the survey had barely seen any at all. Some of them hadn't seen any at all. And I had 25 to 30 respond, and nobody's just seeing any butterflies. This is the Joint Watershed Management Project, which was started in 2001 and completed in 2002. It was designed to reduce flooding, and this is where we saw our first monarch this year. Climate variations in breeding areas is one possible reason for the decline in the monarch population. In 2023 and 2024, Canada and the U.S. have experienced high summer temps and drought in the central U.S. Winter and spring weather patterns produced increased rainfall throughout much of the U.S. We experienced several of these heavy rainfall storms in our area. These abnormal weather patterns contributed to increased adult butterfly deaths and less plant food for caterpillars, which resulted in fewer butterflies to migrate south in the winter. Another possible reason for the monarch population decrease could be due to the loss of milkweed to feed the caterpillars and nectar plants essential to feeding adult monarchs. Herbicide use and pesticide use and land use changes which destroy habitats are contributing factors. Monarchs need mountain forests in central Mexico to overwinter. Habitat loss in Mexico due to agricultural use and tourism is yet another factor in the monarch population decline. Researchers estimate there was a 59% decrease in hibernation area in central Mexico in the 2023-2024 winter season. The future of monarch migration is concerning, according to monarchwatch.org. But the populations have been low in the past, and monarchs are resilient and will recover. So what can we do to help the monarchs? Plant milkweed and other nectar-producing plants in your garden or yard. Planting just one plant helps the monarchs. Here are 9 milkweed varieties that I have planted in my garden. Butterfly weed, Asclepias tuberosa. This is a great little plant to have. It's readily available to purchase. It's easy to grow, great in a garden setting, and also attracts bees. Purple milkweed, Asclepias purpurescens. This is similar to common milkweed but doesn't spread as fast. It can be hard to find in garden centers and online, but if you can find it, it's beautiful. Poke milkweed, Asclepias exalta. The flowers on this milkweed face downward and remind me of nodding onion. Whorled milkweed, Asclepias verticulate. It's the shortest in my garden. It's slower to flower, and in fact it took it 3 years before it flowered in my garden. Swamp milkweed, Asclepias incarnata. Another favorite of monarchs. It's good in yards and gardens. It's easy to grow. It spreads slowly. It is the one that the monarchs go to most in my yard. Sullivan's milkweed, Asclepias sullivantii. This one crosses easily with common milkweed. It's less aggressive than common. This is the first year I planted it, so it hasn't bloomed yet. Showy milkweed, Asclepias speciosa. As the name implies, this milkweed has beautiful flowers. Common milkweed, Asclepias syriaca. It's a favorite of monarchs, and you see it everywhere. That's because it spreads easily and is very aggressive. It's best in fields. It's the one you'll see growing alongside of the road, in the highways, in the ditches. It grows everywhere. This is tall green milkweed, Asclepias hortella, and I planted this in 2024. It will not bloom this year. It has not bloomed and will not likely bloom the first year. But when it matures, it will be 4 feet high and it will have white green flowers. If you want to keep seeing monarch butterflies, and other butterflies for that matter, in your yard from year to year, then plant some milkweed, plant some nectar plants for them to feed on, and hopefully they will keep coming. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.